how can I plan for long-term care, a roadmap? How do you pay and plan for long-term care? We need to be aware of new Medi-Cal rules as we plan for long-term care, because there have been some major changes to Medi-Cal, the California version of the federal Medicaid program.
If you have our book, by the way, it's out of date on the issue of eligibility. The book says, because it was the case until just last year, that to be eligible for Medi-Cal coverage in a long-term care facility, you couldn't have more than $2,000 in your name. Now, your spouse could have maybe $130,000, $140,000, but in your name, no more than $2,000. That changed dramatically. This year, the individual in a skilled nursing facility can have up to $130,000, and that's actually a minimum figure, because sometimes we can increase that. A minimum of $130,000 while becoming eligible for Medi-Cal. Now, if you're a married couple, the spouse at home gets to keep a little over $140,000, almost $145,000. This is just presumptive eligibility. Now, there are many assets that are exempt that don't count. The value of your house doesn't count. Money in your retirement account doesn't count. So you can see you can have a $2, $3, $5 million estate today and qualify for Medi-Cal. And even if you're $500,000 over the limit, with good planning, we can protect those assets, get down to the point of eligibility, save everything, and still qualify for Medi-Cal. We've been doing that for clients in appropriate circumstances for decades. It works. We can do that, I wouldn't say routinely, because everybody's different. There's tax considerations we have to really think through, but it can all be done. Now, what happens next year? In 2024, our legislature has eliminated the cap on assets for eligibility. It's unbelievable. Now, we believe in healthcare for all. We want everybody to be cared for. But is this practical? We're a little worried about whether this is going to play out as envisioned, where everybody will become eligible. That's the reality. So everybody's going to qualify. Now, is that all good? It can be, as long as we're very careful about quality of care, have our eyes open. Even if you qualify for Medi-Cal, if you have income, all or most of your income might have to go to the nursing home toward the cost of care before Medi-Cal kicks in. So that's still a major planning issue, even if you are eligible. Regardless of whether you have 100,000 or 100 million, income has to be separately analyzed. But let's call that a fine point. Will that continue to be the law? Probably. The state is projected to have a deficit next year, not a surplus. So where is all the extra money going to come from? From the feds, from the state? That, I think, is an open question, because this is going to add a few $100 billion to the Medi-Cal responsibility. Who knows what's going to happen?
And what does that mean for availability? We already have a shortage of nursing homes that will accept Medi-Cal, because for Medi-Cal to pay, it has to be at a nursing home that is Medi-Cal certified, meaning they accept those benefits. And nursing homes make less money when they accept Medi-Cal than they do when someone's paying out of their pocket. So that lends itself to making sure, even if you're going to maybe rely on Medi-Cal, you may want to get to the top of the list to get into the right home or the right facility by paying out of pocket first and then later converting. So that goes back to having long-term care insurance, the right legal and financial planning tools in place, making sure you have that sophisticated durable power of attorney, the right trust in place, that you understand how to use home equity, how not to use it, that you have that integrated legal and financial team. And of course, we can help with all of it.
Experience is priceless. We have worked through these situations for hundreds of families over the years, and we watch these things carefully. We write about them. We teach about them. So, watch out for trusting chat AI. Watch out for surface knowledge. Our experience is invaluable. You're paying us for our experience and our knowledge, our counseling, and to know what levers to push in what circumstance to give you the most protection. I hope that's obvious.
There are areas, there's no doubt, where AI is very useful at getting you some basic information. But there's also something called, I think it's hallucinations, where AI will often make stuff up. And it's going to be a long time before that's fixed. And it's not good at nuanced situations. So, it's self-serving, but don't rely on AI-enabled tools anytime soon for this, because it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach for Medi-Cal planning, for asset planning, for any of these rules. They change all the time. There's a lot of nuance to them. We have to look at your situation, your family dynamics to plan for that. So let's all be careful there. Now, easily contact us at gilfix.com. You can contact us at 650-493-8070, 650-493-8070. And as my mom likes to say, I hope everybody stays safe, sane, and healthy. Let's all stay on top of this. We got your back. Have a great rest of your day.